Welcome to our video series, sponsored by the American Heart Association and Hearts and Parks Association, in collaboration with the Duke Healthy Lifestyles Program and the Duke Center for Eating Disorders. In a prior video, we discussed what binge eating is. Today, we will talk about some important differences that happen in children when they binge eat. Then, we will talk about some strategies to help manage intense emotions, rather than food, that apply to both children and adults. Let's first talk about what it's like for the perspective of the child who is struggling with binge eating. We will talk about two related features in particular: hoarding food and secretive eating, and why a child may do that. If you are an adult watching this, let's take a minute and try to remember what it is like to be a kid. If you are a kid watching this, well, then just be yourself. First of all, hoarding food means saving up and hiding a bunch of food so that you can be sure to have a bunch of stuff to eat at a later time. Secretive eating often goes with hoarding and is what it sounds like, eating things in secret so no one can see you. Now, why might a child hoard food and/or eat in secret? Well, there are many reasons, and each child's reason is unique. However, a few reasons come up fairly often, so we'd like to spend a few minutes talking about those.
Hey! We are still hungry down here. You are not listening. I need some support. Hey, Hunger Monster, I need your support. My person is not listening to me. We need to give her a good spook.
The first reason we will call a fear of hunger. Some families are trying to actively limit the amount of food the child eats. If this is too restrictive and the child often feels hungry, some children, understandably, may get a bit nervous about hunger. They may develop a fear that they will never get enough food and become hungry all the time. This would indeed be a scary thing.
Roar! Thinking of me? Hard to get your mind off me, huh? I really try to get into your head so you can't think about anything else. Once I'm there, you better watch out. I will make it hard to concentrate or to enjoy what's going on. Not to mention, I can really hurt.
Sadly for our hunger monster, it is greatly misunderstood. While we typically think of monsters as out to scare people for their own amusement or monster initiation rites, some monsters scare people with good intentions. The hunger monster, despite being a little scary, really only wants to help. The other monsters don't really understand this, so the hunger monster is often lonely. It is important that you listen to the hunger monster and try to follow the hunger monster's advice. The hunger monster is trying to make sure your body gets enough energy.
I'm here to protect you. However, when people are trying to eat in a healthier way, it may not feel that way.
So why would hunger be scary? Well, imagine if you weren't in charge of your own food, like if you were a kid. One thing that's important to remember about being a kid is that you don't control your own food supply. The kid isn't the one doing the shopping and deciding how much to buy. The kid also isn't the one deciding what is for dinner. All those are the parents' jobs. In some households, there may be some rules about when individuals are allowed to eat. For example, some families may have rules about not eating for an hour before dinner so that you have a good appetite going into a healthy meal. Other families may try to set some limits on the quantity of food that is eaten at a given eating occasion. For example, some parents may refuse requests for second helpings, or may make comments about portion sizes, or may plate the food and set the portion sizes. When a parent is worried about a child's health, it's understandable that they may want to control the amount their child's eating. However well-intentioned this may backfire for some children, and so we want to provide you with some alternative tools. Division of responsibility. Number 1, parents decide when to eat and when not to eat. Number 2, parents are in charge of providing nutritious, healthy meals. Number 3, parents are in charge of providing a variety of foods, with at least one food that is acceptable to everyone. Some of these tools are taken from Ellen Satter's Division of Responsibility. Importantly, these rules only apply if your child does not have an eating disorder. According to this division, parents are in charge of setting up the times to eat and times not to eat. Parents are in charge of providing nutritious, healthy meals. In all probability, not everyone in the family will like everything that is served. However, it is a good idea to have one safe food, so although everyone's plates may look different, everyone is eating from the same things.
Oh yeah, chicken! Oh yeah, watermelon! Oh yuck, will there be potatoes?
Yes, son, there will be potatoes.
The child is responsible for determining the amount that is eaten. This is because hunger is something felt inside the body. Only the child knows how hungry he or she is. These rules may work for many families. However, some families may feel that their child is not paying attention to hunger cues. Helping your child to be better about this is a great thing to work on. Here are some suggestions. One playful thing to try is eating to a beat. At snack time, it can be fun to practice eating more slowly by turning on a metronome. This is a device that musicians use to keep the beat. Free metronomes can be downloaded to your phone. Try tuning it to a really slow beat and have everyone try to eat their snack, chewing at the pace of the beat. It feels really silly, but it's pretty fun and pretty effective. The second strategy is to make sure all the adults in the home are eating slowly so they can serve as a positive role model for their kids. The third strategy is to insert a pause in between helpings.
You know, I'm actually not hungry anymore.
Me neither.
I'm still a little hungry. I think I'm going to have some more green beans.
So, if your child is interested in getting a second helping, you would ask him or her to wait 10 minutes while she chats at the dinner table. Then, you would have her check in with her hunger. If she still thinks she's hungry after that, it's time to grab a second helping. If she's not, she would wait until the next time to eat to grab something. It's important that parents role model this too. The fourth strategy is to recognize what hunger and fullness feel like. Think about a 5-point scale that goes from starving to hungry to getting energized to satisfied and finally to stuffed. Let's take a minute to chat with your stomach and see what it feels like along each of these stages.
I'm pretty irritable and hangry down here. When I get this hungry, I'm actually in pain. My energy is low. I can't think straight. I'm weak. I may feel dizzy. I'm certainly not my usual charming self. I need food. I'm your warning signal that it's mealtime. Since mealtimes are supposed to be social occasions, my job as a hungry stomach is to make a lot of noise. I growl. I rumble. Sometimes I can get so loud that everyone in the room can hear me. I try to get everyone to pay attention that it's time to eat. Hi, I'm the feeling you get when you've started to eat and you can feel your energy start to creep up. Your mind is getting a little bit better at concentrating and your stomach stops hurting. However, you don't have quite enough energy yet, so you don't feel fully energized. Sometimes it helps to stop halfway between your meal to check in on me. I'm that feeling you get when you feel peppy and ready to go. When you get just enough energy from your meal or snack. When I come around, you may feel uncomfortable. You may feel tired. It may be a bit hard to breathe. All you want to do is lie down.
Getting to know your stomach and recognizing when you're hungry and full takes a lot of practice. Maybe you could try tuning into your hunger before a meal, halfway through a meal, and at the end of the meal, for one meal each day for a week or two, to see how much better you get at it. We just tackled our first reason as to why kids may hoard food, the fear of hunger. Another reason is that they may feel embarrassed or ashamed of the foods that they are eating and the reasons why they are eating them. Both children and adults often use food not because they're hungry, but because they're trying to make themselves feel better, to soothe negative emotions, or to take their mind off their troubles. If your child is embarrassed by this, she may bring food up to her bedroom and try to eat it in secret. She's not trying to break the rules, she's just trying to feel better and doesn't have another way. To help out with this, we really need some tools to help us manage negative emotions. This is complicated, so we want to give you a few quick tools, which we will do in part 2 of this video. So stay tuned, because next time we will learn about specific emotions and how they are our friends. Yep, that's right. Even negative emotions are our friends because they communicate to us what we need and help us get organized to get our needs met. But I'm getting ahead of myself. That's for part 2. I'll see you then.